Hello, SPED 420. This is your instructor, Elia Mahoney. Thank you so much for your patience. I know it's taken me a while to record this lecture. It's actually taken me a while to get back on my feet, but I am definitely feeling much better. I'm recovering. And with that stated, today we are going to focus on high incidence disabilities. We're going to continue our discussion of that, and then we will be touching upon differentiation a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play. We're also going to discuss what a mild intellectual disability is, what does it look like, how does it manifest in the classroom, and then discuss some common characteristics of students with intellectual disabilities, and then go over some generalized teaching strategies that can support almost any student. So last time we left off with supporting our students with specific learning disabilities. And when we're looking at this, we're actually, there's three ways to do this. There's three approaches. The first one is to provide them with a bypass strategy. The second is to make an adaptation to the classroom, the environment, and then lastly, to provide them with explicit instruction. So the first one is to provide the student with learning disabilities a bypass strategy. And a bypass strategy is exactly that. It is bypassing their area of need and getting them from point A to point B, circumventing the challenges that they are experiencing. So this can look like providing them with audio text of whatever novel or whatever maybe that's being read in class, providing them with a typing or dictation software that will allow them to freely or more freely express their thoughts, or providing them a calculator or multiplication charts. Again, you're bypassing the area of deficit. The second way of supporting students with learning disabilities is to provide them with some sort of adaptation or accommodation. And these adaptations or accommodations can include providing them with guided notes, so they're not having to copy everything from a lecture, but more so they're focusing on very specific information, providing them with graphic organizers or visual displays to organize their thoughts, their ideas, providing mnemonics that will help to anchor the information that they have to remember. We can provide them checklists. We can chunk large assignments to ensure that they're not overwhelmed and they can complete it in parts. And then lastly, the third way of supporting our students with learning disabilities is to provide them explicit instruction in two areas. One in basic skills, and the other in, sorry, go a little crazy with my things with PowerPoint, strategies. So strategy instruction has been proven to be very successful for students with learning disabilities. You're giving them strategies to implement during different activities, during different assignments. And of course, the ultimate goal of explicit instruction in the area of strategies is that the student will, on their own, use it. This is considered generalization of the skill, and that they can use it on their own. They can modify it to fit the assignment, and so that's definitely the best predictor that they're gonna be okay with the academic task. Okay, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into speech and language impairment. And this is considered another high incidence disability category. According to IDEA, it's a communication disorder that can include stuttering, articulation challenges, or language impairment, or a voice impairment that adversely affects a child's educational performance. So the question that I have for you guys is the following: is speech the same as language? I would like you to just pause the recording right now, just for 10 seconds, and I would like you to discuss within yourself, is speech the same as language? Please pause the recording now. Okay, so hopefully you have come up with a response for this question, and the answer is no, they're not the same, because speech focuses specifically on the spoken language aspect, the verbal articulation of words, whereas language is a rule-based system for communicating endless ideas. Language does not solely rely on verbal spoken language. And that's the main difference. So, whenever you are suspecting that a child is having some possible speech problems, here are a couple of red flags to kind of look out for. The child's speech sounds different from that of other children at the same age, or parents and or teachers have a difficult time understanding the student when they are speaking. Now, it's important to note that SLI, or speech language impairment, is usually caught very early on. I want to say around the age of 2.5 to 3 years of age. This is where parents start really noticing if there are areas of need, and will go ahead and seek out some type of assessment or anything that can help determine whether or not they're having challenges with this. Okay. And I apologize for that. The kids are just asking for everything, and they see that I'm here doing this, but it does not matter. And they are requesting my attention again. Give me 1 second, guys.